Hey everybody, Andre here, welcome back. Today I'll be talking about the power of focus when starting out. Okay, I know one of the challenges when you're just about to start your journey is which idea do you go with? Because obviously a lot of us have, you've got hundreds of ideas, okay, maybe not hundreds, but you have quite a few ideas and you're not exactly sure which one to go with, okay? And I can't advise you on that except for I like to encourage you guys to make sure that you find out first of all what you're passionate about, and then try and build a business around that. Okay, so focus on that, selling, those, creating products or services around your passion. So what I want to talk about is, for those of you who may not be familiar with this quote, if you chase two rabbits, that's four. If you chase two rabbits, both are going to get away. Okay, the model of that story or that quote is focus. Okay, so if you just think about it, look at the rabbits, for example, as two businesses. You won't be able to focus and give all of your undivided attention on one specific rabbit or business, okay? Because you're going to be, all over the show, and if you're focusing on both of them, the quality of your focus, the quality of the work that you put in becomes diluted. Now, I'm not saying again it's impossible. Believe it or not, there are guys out there who have started two businesses simultaneously, even more. But for you, most likely when you're starting out, because you also, like I said, a lot of you guys have full-time jobs, just be careful that you don't focus on too many things, okay? Start one project, okay? Start with one rabbit. Build that up, take the learnings, the lessons, get it to a place where the foundation is properly, laid down, and all the systems are in place where you can start growing, okay? And once that takes place, you don't have to wait for it to be perfect. If you really want to, then you can focus on the next rabbit or the next business or service. And especially if the two go hand in hand or complement one another, okay? So just be very careful, guys. There's a lot of ideas out there because you can actually become very frustrated. It can also lead to analysis paralysis. So just make sure, because remember, you need to look at your journey as being in school, okay? Because that's really what it is. So you are practicing now to learn how to start a business. And the more you practice, the better you're going to become. If you're going to be chasing two businesses, you most likely are not going to get to properly start or finish either one, okay? So just make sure that you focus on one project or one business at a time. It's only going to benefit you, okay? And as I said, the better you become, the more you start learning, the more processes you put in place, if the foundation is right, the marketing is there, and you start, you have a reasonable amount of sales, and you've got a system in place that can get, that can work while you are not physically doing the work. So systems meaning that the business runs while you're not busy or while you're not physically working on it, okay? And that is possible through marketing systems. Just to give you an example, for those of you not familiar with what I'm talking about, for example, MailChimp, okay? So you can constantly be communicating with your audience 24 hours a day. So whether you are physically behind your laptop or not, whether you are sleeping, whether you're away on holiday, or whether you would work, okay, your consumers or your customers are constantly hearing from you, okay? So work is taking place, or work is being done while you aren't physically there. So I know that's a very silly example, but it's the principle behind it. So once you've got to a place where systems are up and running, then you can move on to something else, okay? And if you guys think I'm talking shit, go ahead, try and start multiple businesses, okay? And maybe give me the feedback, because I'd really love to hear if you actually got that right, and maybe even interview you. So you can show us how you actually did it, and I'm not being sarcastic, but just based on my experience, and I've seen a lot of my friends, I've told some of my friends, guys, because I've been there as well, I've wanted to do too many things at once and it just doesn't work out. So focus on one thing until you get until you achieve a reasonable degree of success, okay, and then you can move on to the next one. Okay, I hope the video helped. Thanks for watching. Cheers.